Welcome back to our Heaven's Vault deep dive. We've just stopped the water to Iox and started the water to Heaven's Vault. Let's see, or sorry, to the thing that's very far away that we don't know the name of. So we are going to see whether or not things have changed. Good. So we've got a robot that can see the underlying paths that these rivers flow. The rivers are not flowing to... The rivers are not flowing just a random path that's determined by their own impeller. The rivers flow on a path that is pre-carved. Good, let's see if we can get there. You already said it was Heaven's Vault. The contexts are a little bit messed up. That's fine. Let's go adventuring. Oh, are we caught in the river? That would be funny. Time to go. No path back. Oh, look at that. That is not as far away as you made it seem. That's like the same distance as here to Mayerzy. That's really not that far. Let's go ahead and give it a shot, though. We're coming up towards what could be the end of the game. Certainly feels like it's the end of the game. But the contexts are threadbare, and they're not weaving together very well, so it's hard to get too excited about where we're going. Which, again, that's one of the things I want. You know, I'll be talking about quite a bit after I'm done with our playthroughs. Let's turn down the volume a little bit. On my end, I don't think you can tell, but the music in this part of the game is still not being affected by the volume controls, even though it's been like months since the game was released.
I found my first ruin the second time I went sailing.
Boom.
I was trying to get back to Elbereth, but of course I missed the turning and I found myself on the twisting rivers of the Wires. I pretty much screamed the whole way down. But at the bottom, there it was. A hunk of rock with a dome. Big enough to tether to. I found a brass eagle. And I took it home to my Ari, like I'd killed the thing.
Missed turning. Alright, fine. I hope there wasn't more to that story. That kind of sounded like the ending. That was weird because that wasn't a missed turn. All of those rivers led the same place. That's fine. Look at this river weave through space, because there's something beneath, something that guides the rivers along the path as they flow. Something that Miari, or not Miari, something that our robot Enkai can see. Enkai? Enkia? As I was saying, the contexts are getting a little threadbare. We see things brought up that can't be known, that people don't know. And we also see things not brought up that would be important to making us feel the story. But there is something ahead of us, and it looks interesting. And this is why we play games like this, for the new places that we go. In the dark? Why is it dark?
We had followed a strange and winding road through the loneliest reaches of space. And on the moon at the end of the path was nothing.
Except Luke Skywalker. It's pretty close, isn't it? Look, there is a god statue. And a very, very strange tree and a house. Let's see what's up. Yep, let's get up to it.
Now, I didn't know if I could return.
Well, take a look to your left, and I think there's your answer. Am I allowed to walk that way? Okay, I'm not. That's fine. We will do as the story wishes. I think that we're going to want to look around a little bit, though, because there's like a ton of... Give me control. There's like a ton of god statues. And let's take a look. Those really, really lazy transitions where it just takes control away from you for about 15 seconds too long, that is something I could do without. Obviously, they're doing it because there is an animation and dialogue at the same time. So, as we know, we have a condition with our lungs, and it looks like it's getting worse. The times when they take control away, it would actually be nicer if they just paused my walk cycle. Because having it character walking outside of my control, nattering on about random things, walking past the objective, is really an uncomfortable feeling. Come on. Yeah, there we are. This is a word. Something wrong here. This is going to be wrong, but let's see what gets crossed out. Yeah, no kidding. No temples. No temples? Oh, it's probably the same thing. Yeah, it's just the ending of a line. That's fine. So I was right. That is a word. Goddess makes the harvest strong. The Annals of Mazwai, huh? Well, you know, we got called Mazwai once. I wonder how much the relationship is there. What sort of things we might know. We're resigning ourselves to our fate here. This is kind of nice. There are a few problems with the pacing of it. Because we aren't really sold on the idea that we have Sheer-Lung. We learned it if we talk to the right people. And we do have situations where we do cough and wheeze. But those situations are situations like, oh, well, there's no air on this moon. And, that's what's killing you. They're not your lungs suck and are getting worse. It would be nice if the game sold us on the idea that we are actually really, really ill. And that could also... Okay, so I can't go back down, even though there's a robot on the other path. I took the wrong path. Okay. Another robot statue. That could have also helped to sell us on the idea that people becoming robots is a thing, because people becoming robots means a lot more if you're a person that's dying. You know, just give it some personal stakes. So we're just kind of, not a farewell, well, I guess it is a farewell, technically speaking. We're kind of going through all the characters that we learned, and bringing them up again in the same way that we, a lot of these sorts of shows do, where in the final episode is like, let's look back on all of the things that we've come so far. And let's remind us of all of the good times and the bad times as we say farewell. But it's not handled particularly well. The pacing of it is quite mediocre. And that's a little bit of a shame, because the writing is so evocative through much of the game, only at the last minute to fall short of the human element. It's hard for us to really get a strong sense that this matters, and this is the point where those people become the most important. I think that it would have been wise to actually have a lot of these lines be voiced, because the voice actress could bring a lot of them to life. Things like, boy, I didn't marry Timur. Yeah, maybe you should have. I think he thought it was a business deal. That's super boring. Either spruce it up with better purple prose, or spruce it up with a voice actress.
We began to climb. I fell silent, saving my breath. The robot purred along behind me. The wind offered little secrets and then snatched them away.
Very evocative. The writing is so good in tidbits.
But something was wrong.
We're not dead. Why aren't our lungs hurting? We should have, like, low health now. Yeah, what's going on? Oh. Cool. So we can make it to the top without dying. Oh, so the Iolite was essentially pointed here. Fascinating. Let's take a look at the spacecraft. It's clearly not a ship. It's clearly spacecraft. Let's take a look. It looks new. It doesn't look old enough to be from 2,000 years ago. And maybe it's not a spacecraft. Maybe it is just a tower. Cool. Images, huh? Metal panels. Yeah, I don't think whoever made this would then use blunt blades to inscribe it. That doesn't seem like it would be a good match. So I have a problem with this mesh. If you take a look, there are 8 braces on the close piece, and there are 6 braces or 7 braces on the far piece. I shouldn't have yelled at her. I didn't know that would yell at her. Sorry. That's really annoying. There should either be 8 on both, or it should be like 8 and 6, something like that. I don't like this 8 and 7. It's really awkward, and it feels really weird and gross. That's my official review of this not spaceship. So if I hit R, it's a blue. There we are. I was gonna wait for her. A group of gods who strode forward across a wide desert from a place of much water, bringing water. They caused fields here to be fertile for a time. A village rose up around the god to worship the god. The god demanded tribute, but who can say how often? A tribute of people. And then the god was killed. I love a twist ending. Gods don't stand for being killed, and the god is above us. I think this mountain holds the god's tomb. Oh, cool. Let's go pester a god. Woohoo! Neat. So, I don't know if there's anything else we can learn from this crashed tower, but there is something we can learn by going up some stairs, so we're going to start to figure that out. The materials, really? If you say so. There is something glowing up here. I think it's our next stop. Of course, if you have been following along, feel free to mention things you saw that I missed. Don't go into the future, but we can talk about the past. If you want to go into the future, wait until those videos get here. They'll be here. Yeah, I've already given up on finding my way back. Oh. So the child empress was not this lady. It was some other empress. And then apparently she wasn't given a robot. She was just preserved and then left as a, you know, a piece of foil. At least that's the theory. Do I have to go inside to see that? Hey, look, a more goddess. How you doing, lady? Oh, I don't think I know that word. Here's some jewels. Here's some light. And there's some dark. I do know the word, darn. Yeah, but I don't think that's dark. I think it's going to say that's not dark. Yeah. Because that is one longer word. Let's try that again. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted light. And then I wanted of. And then I wanted over here. Over. God darn it. That is someone else. Wow, that's obnoxious. Trying to get this shit to work is just the worst. Go over. I want... There's a word... The fuck? Why can't I get this to work? Go! My mouse isn't working too great, but it's not working so little that I can't scroll to the left. What's going on here? Is there no left to scroll? No, I'm pretty sure there was another word off to the left. I just can't get there now. The fuck? God, this interface needs to work. Nothing my butt. Let's go ahead and solve it. You ass. Yeah, fuck you. That's your fault. So, this is dark, and this is some other stuff. So we can say the Jewel of Mysterious Light, or the Jewel of Evening Light. I think we're going to call it the Jewel of Mystery Light. Yeah? You're not going to let me... Are you kidding? I don't get the story because of your goof up? Oh my god. Well, isn't that nice? Well, let's see if we can get through this without the game refusing to acknowledge that my mouse exists. That could be the heavens, but I don't think it is. I think it is... That could be will. That might be will. We got some stars over here. That doesn't feel right. Let's undo that. We got some through. Come on, we're through with that. Through. There's some comes. That's exactly what I wanted there. I don't know if that's right though. Ooh, look at this. It's huge. Well, we have room for an ends, so let's stick it in. Geez, we got quite a stack of things to solve here. Some stars, but that's not stars. Some open, but that's not open. There's a sun. Sun seems like it would fit somewhere, doesn't it? Ah, there it is, sun. Us. There was an us, wasn't there? Us. And we've got more stars. Is that more stars? It's not more stars. There's a period between these two. There's something wrong there. I'm gonna have to do this all again if I get it wrong, which isn't not really looking forward to that. I actually don't know whether we know enough to do this. See, I don't think there are any words. I don't remember any words that begin on either of these characters, but we can see that this and this are repeated. So my thinking is that this is a word and that this is a word, and this would be something like Morlocks, you know, something with a possessive, but I don't have it. And because there's a break here, I have a feeling that it's going to tell me I can't solve it. But we'll go ahead and see what we can pull out here. Fill in all the values that we can before it lets us down. So I guess we'll just put in an of. I feel like I know some of these words down at the end, but they're not showing up in my list. I got some manys, but I don't think the manys are separate. They're part of those words. Oh, I don't know enough words to do it. We're gonna end up getting thrown off. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's get thrown off here. There's some bodies. Let the bodies hit the floor. Oh, it's I. Let's go ahead and take these down for a second. Because this is definitely right. What's going on? What, did it freeze? What? Alright. No, we're still going for it. We can add in the stars here, I guess. This seems like a word we should know, but I don't have any of those upside down Y characters in any of our words here. And that's not even bodies, it's like something else. Yeah, we're gonna end up losing. It's okay, let's add in some characters until it tells us that we lost. Here's an of. Shwoom. Put in another of just for kicks. And then put in some alls. Manys, rather. And now it's going to tell me that I'm an idiot. No comes. Interesting. I thought that it would... It's going to let me keep trying, huh? Interesting. I don't know why the game is playing so slowly. This is definitely going to be the last episode I do today. In fact, yeah, okay, that's it. So what we're going to do now is call this an episode, and we'll come back next time after I reboot my computer, because maybe the computer needs to be rebooted. Maybe that's what's going on here. right, well, thank you very much, everybody. Have a good day.